Hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Idle World. I'm Hayley. It's great to have your company. You're joining us for definitely one of my favourite shows of the week. Is it really 2 weeks ago that I was on holiday on my cruise, having the most amazing time? It is the Planet Cruise TV show, and honestly, we have got so many fabulous, 5 incredible cruises. We've got a hot pick, which is hot off the press, which is out of this world. We've got something for absolutely everybody. And Planet Cruise, award-winning agents who really will make that cruise holiday bespoke to you. If you think, well, actually, I'd like to stay on there, just ask on the phones and they'll sort that out. Or perhaps if I could book the excursions earlier, you can do all of that with Planet Cruise. They made my cruise bespoke and absolutely perfect, and I know they'll do exactly the same for you. But we must get underway. I'm not alone. We've got the fabulous Justin with us. Justin, always great to have your company. He's like my on-screen husband, aren't you?
Don't say that too loud. The real one will get jealous.
He's in the building. He will.
But they've moved us closer this week as well.
And it's like we're having to get slimmer and slimmer because the table's getting closer as well. I'm not sure.
You're the one that's been on a cruise.
I didn't put the table there, but absolutely. Oh, kick me while I'm down. I know. And wow, did we have some amazing food.
You're still talking about it, and that's the great thing.
It was fabulous, and we are still talking about it. And this is the thing with cruises. Your background, it's always great to have you because you've got a massive cruising background. It's something that I know is so close to your heart because you lived cruising, didn't you?
I lived cruising for 6 years, but a lot of the people that actually work with Planet Cruise have done 12 years, 14 years. You know, if they haven't been on cruising, they've actually travelled. When we come to Alaska later on, a lot of the people in Planet Cruise are in the magazine because they've travelled there. And that's the thing, you're speaking to experts to know the first-hand knowledge. Yeah. So when you get into a port, where do you go? What's the things to do? What's the things to not do? You know, make the most of your time there and make the most of your cruise.
And they are fabulous on the phones. I did exactly what you will be doing today. Jumped onto the phone. They didn't know I was from the show. I just booked my holiday because I wanted to get the full experience. And it was fabulous. These are the reasons to book with Planet Cruise, why I booked with Planet Cruise and why you will do as well. Like you were saying, the knowledge they've got is absolutely amazing, isn't it? And customer service, I mean, people come back time and time and time again, don't they?
Yeah, customer service is 96%, and especially, you know, with the being so competitive online, that's such a high percentage. But the great thing is, apart from them being experts, it's that bespoke service, as you mentioned. Today, we've actually got a brand new package that Planet Cruise has put together. Also, Planet Cruise is top agent with a lot of these cruise lines. Now, bearing in mind, you think of your travel agents down your high streets that deal with holidays and cruise ships. And then you have people like Planet Cruise who are leaders in their market. They are top agent for a lot of the cruise lines that we're talking about.
They really will bring you the best variety, and they really will as well make that holiday completely bespoke to you. If you're thinking, oh, if only I could do that, just ask, because if it's possible, Planet Cruise will do it for you. But we have got to start because we've got so much to get through, and we've got some amazing cruises. We're starting with Cruise and Maritime. Now, this is the Fjords. This is as well peak season. We're talking August, which is the perfect time to go, isn't it?
Yeah, and one of the great things is you're actually sailing from Tilbury, so there's no flying. Take as much as you like. You don't have to worry about your luggage allowance. And of course, the Fjords at this time of the year is going to be fantastic. I mean, you can see the snow-capped mountains there. You haven't experienced fresh air until you've been to Norway. And remember, a lot of these fjords that you're cruising into, they're only accessible and only really open in these warm times of the year. So you do get breathtaking scenery. With Cruise and Maritime on board, as you can see, it's fun. It's that atmosphere where the ships aren't massive. They're not sort of like the giants of the seas. So you've got that intimate atmosphere. So you can enjoy it as a couple, or you can meet new friends. Staff and service are just, exceptional. Whenever you go onto a cruise, it's a different experience. Forget your hotels that you've been to. Forget your journeys abroad. This is something completely different. You've got onboard boutiques. You can make the most of the salons and the facilities. The room service as well. The funny thing was, we were just talking about room service last night. That we always used to say, no, we're not going to get room service. Not going to get room service. And then you get room service. Just do it. I mean, like you were saying, you almost. Oh, not another lobster, not another glass of champagne. It was crazy. We can't drink any more champagne or lobster, and it does very much get like that. The food is just amazing. The scenery you'll be seeing is out of this world. This is something I've got to do. It's on my bucket list. The price is incredible. This is better than half price. The original price was actually £1,000, well, £1,029. You've got a massive saving. You've got a great single price as well. But this offer does actually finish, I need to warn you, on the 31st
of August. So if you're looking at this thinking this is an amazing deal, it is, but it is time limited. Jot down, of course, all the details. Phone number different to normal, 0800 781 5458, planetcruise.co.uk if you want to jump onto the website. But I'd always say just jump onto the phones because they are fabulous. But let's see where we're going. You said we started off at Tilbury. Fabulous.
Yeah.
So I can pack as much as I like.
One thing, apart from the packing experience, of course, Norway is quite expensive when you go ashore. You've got all your facilities on board the cruise ship.
Perfect.
And that's the great thing. You get to see a great part of the world. And the first one from me is one of my favourite Norwegian ports, Bergen. This is beautiful. The first shot that you're actually going to see is from up on the hillside. I actually got lost up here one day.
Did you really?
All I'm going to say is, you got the Vernacular Railway.
To get lost?
Yeah, and it was there was hardly anything there. And weirdly, I found a banknote. And it gave me this inspiration. I was like, there's somebody been here before me. It was that remote. But yeah, so you actually look down onto the port of Bergen. Down in the port itself, you've got the cosmopolitan areas and the city. There's some fantastic bars and restaurants in there, but it's where you get into the harbour where you get the really pretty buildings, all the beautiful coloured buildings. And in the harbour, they have a weekly fish market, which is great there. The restaurants, they do tend to be a little bit more expensive, but there's one little restaurant called Egon. It's got a little bowler hat outside of it. You go in, and all of the menus have got little flags on them for the nationalities that the menu is written in. Wait for it, it gets even better. When you go in, the staff will speak to you in that language. That's how well educated Norway,
so whatever
is.
Language.
And it's just fantastic.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. So Bergen is definitely high on the list to enjoy. On to Andelsnes, which is the second port of call. And, well, this is fantastic. You've got a railway experience that you can actually go to. You've got Mold and Andelsnes, which is the same day. So you can really make the most of it. Again, pretty little buildings along the harbour side. You can go up into the mountains on the railway. And this is where you'll see the Trollhättan, which is the Troll's Path. Of course, you've got to remember, this is Edvard Grieg country. This is where they believe that, trolls are up in the mountains.
Oh, wonderful.
So there's all these quirky little things and this sort of mythology. It's just absolutely fantastic.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
is that
this
a road?
is the Troll's Footpath.
Oh, fabulous.
I'd love to be on that. I'd absolutely love to be on that.
No
and
wonder
to
they're so
see
little, all that
as
walking.
Well.
There's a lot of miles on that road. That
Then
is
you're on
incredible.
to one of the most beautiful fjords, not in just Norway, but in the world, Geiranger Fjord. This is just something which is exceptional. Take a look at this. Look at that.
It's breathtaking, isn't it?
Turquoise blue, the mountains, the snow, and here's the waterfalls. And this is the beautiful thing. Apart from Geiranger, Edfjord as well is really, really popular because of the waterfalls. You've got the Seven Sisters, which are 7 waterfalls that come down. And, of course, this is all the glacier ice that's melting. If you get a chance to go up onto one of the glaciers, I know the Bricksdale Glacier is a really popular one. You can actually go up on the glacier. They give you crampons, which are like spikes on your boots.
Oh, right.
Don't think you have to be Indiana Jones or James Bond. You're just walking up onto the first part, but it is just phenomenal to be actually standing on the ice that is moving.
God.
You hear these sort of cracks and these sort of movements. You're all on harnesses. It's a fantastic experience. There's the Seven Sisters. There's also the Bridal Veil as well, which falls down. A lot of the cruise lines, I don't know whether this is the same with Cruise and Maritime, but a lot of them will put on classical music when you're going through these wonderful vistas. And, of course, if you've got a little bit of Edvard Grieg, because, of course, that was where he was from, Bergen, then it's just beautiful. And the commentary that they give you as well, it's just absolutely stunning. And then from Edfjord, you've got another accident at sea, and then back into Tilbury.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, back into London. Make a little bit of a stay of it.
Incredible. So you can see there, we have got so many fabulous places in Norway to visit. The most beautiful area, the most stunning scenery, and of course on board a super ship at an incredible price. Now remember, the price you see, it is the correct price. It's one of those really under £500 and it's August, better than half price, but this offer does end, of course, on the 31st of August. Have a look what's included. Fabulous date. That'd be great for my partner's birthday, actually, last year. You do need to book it now.
Off of a cruise.
I know. Do you know, we nearly booked another one the other day and we're like, no, we really should. We need to slow down. But, I mean, when these offers come up, you've got to grab them whilst they're there. And, of course, it is a brand new ship as well to Cruise and Maritime, and such a low deposit today. So book it today, and then of course you can add the extra money on later on, though there's not a great, it's such a good price and such a good single price for anyone, because I think cruising on your own as a single person is a great way to holiday. Jot down the ID number there, it's there for you just to mention on the phones. It's 101701, but we need to move on because we have so much to go through in this hour, some amazing cruises, and this next one I'm very excited. We're going on the Danube. This is a beautiful, it's Emerald Waterways. It's river cruising. It's simply something so different. It simply is, I think, just a completely different experience to cruising, and so popular at the moment, isn't it, river cruising?
Well, do you know, it's so popular, very popular as well, because Planet Cruise is one of the only agents that is, you know, specialising in river cruising. It's not something that river cruise lines enter into the market easily, so you know, you are booking with the best yet again.
And the Danube, one of the absolute favourites. I mean, this really is a bestseller, and really you've got everything included, but we'll go through that. Tell us about the actual company themselves, the brand.
Oh, the actual brand itself, I mean, the ships are superb. You can see that contemporary interior. When you've been on larger cruise ships, you know, that have thousands of passengers on board, this is hundreds of passengers on board. But some of the newest ships that are actually built and designed for the waterways that they're going to be cruising, where you have some ships that are built for Caribbean cruising that end up then coming across the Med and going around the world, they're flat bottom. Obviously, we've got a transatlantic a little bit later on, which, you know, completely different type of ship. So you have to be specific. These are built for the Rhine. These are built for the Danube, and that's the key thing. I mean, look at the wine that's on selection there, that level of service that you get. If you've done your Mediterraneans, if you've done your world cruises, then this is an opportunity to do it, because it just looks absolutely stunning. It
looks stunning. It looks like 5-6 star luxury, doesn't it? The rooms look beautiful. Look at the pillows. You see how high those are?
Look at the views as well, and I think this is the key thing.
Wonderful.
That's what you get. If you love sailaways and getting up early to sail into ports, you will absolutely adore this. And the great thing is, when you dock with these ships, you dock actually right in the centre. You don't have to get a shuttle bus in. You are stepping off the gangway onto the quayside.
That's the thing, isn't it? You go to places that ships can't go to. You're sailing right past them. You've got a river view as well with your room, which is just fabulous. Let's have a look at where we're going, because I am so excited about this. It looks amazing. So we're flying out to Budapest.
Do you know, I can't wait for this, because this is one part of the world that I've never been before, and I'm going later on in the year.
Oh, wonderful.
And the funny thing was, looking at sort of, you know, Budapest, did you know, this is Justin's little tip, Budapest is actually split across the river. One side's called Bud, the other one's called Pest, Budapest. And that's where it comes from. I can't wait to see this. If you've been to some of these northern capitals...
Everybody loves it that's been. I haven't been. It's somewhere I must go.
Especially at night as well, and that's the great thing, that you're actually going to be
overnighting on board.
Yeah, for the first day you have the welcome on board with the captain and the crew. And remember, the ratio, again, you're just over 100 passengers. And that's the great thing. You're getting that really intimate experience. You'll make new friends and maybe even cruise with them in the future. Now, from Budapest, you're going on to Vienna and Austria. And again, another overnight on board. All of a sudden, as soon as somebody mentions Vienna, I just think of a Viennese waltz. And I just think of those wonderful scenes where the dancers are on New Year's Day. So if you love your waltzes, if you love your music, then this is the place to go. You're going to have a full day at leisure in Vienna. You're going to get a chance to visit the catacombs under St. Stephen's Cathedral. You'll get a chance to try out some of the Viennese coffee and the cake at the Belvedere Palace, which you saw there. And you've also got the option of a day trip to Bratislava as well. And it's just, I mean, these places are just fantastic.
Just amazing, aren't they?
It's interesting. We love doing city breaks, because we've cruised so much in the past before. We love doing little city breaks.
Yes.
This is cruising and city breaking.
It is. It's the perfect mixture, isn't it? Thing. Where to next?
Well, you've still got, obviously, you've got your overnight. You've got that day in Vienna again. You get to see the Spanish riding school, a Viennese concert. You get classical music as well with Mozart and Strauss. All depends on what you want to do. Then day 5, you're going to be going into Dürnstein, and this is actually the Valley of Winemaking. This is the Austrian wine-growing region. You're going to get a chance to go into Melk as well, and this is a 900-year-old Benedictine abbey. And you've got some of the world's most fantastic Baroque architecture in there as well. But yeah, you've got to have a glass of wine. You can see the hills there with all the grapevines grapevine to the right, grapevine to the left, and fall down in the middle. Yeah, from Dürnstein you're on to Linz. Now, Ken, staying in Austria, and this is the city that's situated either side of the Danube River. The actual city tour itself, you're going to be going through the whole of the city. You'll see the high column that's built to remember all of the victims of the bubonic plague back in the 14th century. So there's incredible history there. You've got market squares, and of course you've got time then to walk around in the afternoon, just at leisure. There's optional tours as well. You can go to the medieval town of Seski and Krumlov as well, if you wish to choose so. Day 6 into day 7, you're going to be coming into Germany now, and this, I love German beer, I love German food, but all I would say, if you see the German beers that come out in tall glasses and you think that's a bit stingy, it'll blow your socks off. It's really, it's not your 4% lagers, this is proper beer. So if you do like your craft beers, then really make the most of it. And the food as well. Schnitzel, pork schnitzel, and those wonderful sauces. So that's what you're going to be experiencing in Passau. You've got the Oberhaus Fortress as well. And it also, the cathedral houses one of Europe's largest church organs. Oh, this organ is the largest. It's got 17,000 pipes. 17,000. So, yeah, if you like your music, you've got to go and see that, take a picture.
Fabulous.
And then, of course, that's another overnight, so you get another relaxing day in Passau. And, of course, you'll get to see the confluence of the 3 rivers that come in on the Danube. But just an absolute beautiful chance. And we said this earlier on with river cruising, that's just a week. But there's so much in that week.
You do so much, you see so much. It's all-inclusive. It's one of the most popular actual rivers to sail on. And then everything's included, and there's an extra with this, which is time-limited, isn't it?
But, yeah, this is, again, today is all about limited and last chance. 31st of August, this offer ends. Exclusive, all-inclusive drinks package.
So that means we get all our drinks, we get your flights, you get obviously your food, you get the onshore excursions, you can have extra excursions,
a few optional ones there as well.
Lots included. Wi-Fi, your tips are included.
That's all included.
So this is like the cruise I went on, no extra costs. My bill, I bought some a cream for my face, that was it, some tanning cream. So my bill was like $13.50, and that was all I spent because everything's in with it. And look at that, it's just stunning. It's so modern. It's a beautiful, beautiful ship.
Can I just say, a lot of people's perception of river cruising is older ships. And this is some of the newest. You can see how contemporary it is inside and how modern. They are beautiful, beautiful ships.
And what great flights as well. If you like to fly from Manchester, these flights are so, so popular. Manchester, Glasgow, Edinburgh. If they're the flights for you, please don't leave this offer too long. And of course, to get that all-inclusive and the drinks included as well, you do need to book before the 31st of August. Huge savings off the brochure price. Beautiful itinerary as well. It does on some days go in reverse, but you'll get to see all the places. Have a look at what you've got with, of course, that fabulous all-inclusive. You've got the free Wi-Fi, you've got the tips, you've got a really low deposit, 3 overnights on board as well, all those excursions in every port included, and of course at the minute that free drinks, but you need to do that now to get that free upgrade. That will finish on the 31st of August. And absolutely fabulous. I mean, that's like a dream, isn't it? That is an absolute dream cruise, and something so different if you cruised a lot. And one of our previous bestsellers, so I know that is going to be busy. Jump on the phones. And there isn't an ID number for that. Just to ask about Emerald Waterways that you saw on the actual show. Now, we've got a hot pick now.
This is great.
We didn't know this hot pick until just before we came on air. This is going to fly. Get your pens and papers. This is amazing, Justin.
First of all, transatlantic on a ship that was designed and rules the Atlantic Ocean. We are talking Queen Mary 2, Cunard. One of the best, and well, it is cruising really. I always wanted to go on the QE2 across the Atlantic and come back on Concorde. This is your opportunity, and look at it, the price there. There's actually prices from $599 and balconies from $1199. That's the great thing.
You do get on the phones for this, because there's inside for $599 to actually cruise over to New York, but then you can add on stays for so little.
But wait, you don't just you can have the option to stay in New York, but you've also got an option as well to take the Amtrak Railway from New York to Niagara Falls. Amazing. Now, all I'm going to say is New York. Just think of the time as well, 5th of November. Just imagine that, sail away from Southampton on one of the best cruise ships, and then you'll see the fireworks display. Also, on top of that, when you get to New York, this is getting into Christmas season. I'm telling you now, New York at Christmas, you've got your ice skating rink in Central Park.
Wow.
Just imagine Fifth Avenue and all of the shops there for Christmas. All I'm going to say is, go with an empty suitcase and come back with Christmas presents.
Absolutely perfect. Now, do get onto the phones for this. This is going to absolutely fly. There are prices starting at $599. That is purely the cruise over to, I say purely, the cruise over to New York. You couldn't fly there. And also, how amazing is that? You're going to cruise over to New York, but you can add on the extras, or you could go for the balcony. You've got flexibility. If you just want to stay in New York, they can do that, or you can take that fabulous train and go to the Niagara Falls and stay as well. It's all there, it's all available, and all those prices, they'll be able to tell you the price for everything on the phones. That's going to absolutely fly.
But one thing that I forgot to mention, Justin's top tip. It's the best way to cross the transatlantic. Guess why? Because you gain an hour every night.
We get
younger.
You
don't lose it.
We get younger.
You keep saying this. You
no,
don't.
I'm going to be so young when I get there. I'm gaining an hour every night. We love it that way round. So do jump onto the phones. We've also got as well a pre-registration available at the moment. What's this, Justin?
This is great. This is your chance. If you've ever wanted to go on a world cruise, if you've been saving up for it, if it's coming up for retirement, and you're like, right, we've got to do a world cruise. Cunard and P&O are two of the best when it comes to world cruises. But you can pre-register now, and then as soon as the cabins are released in September, then you can get first come, first served. Planet Cruise is looking after you. Register online today and get the cabin that you want for your world cruise on P&O and Cunard. Again, either on the website, all the details are there for you. If you've got any questions, do jump onto the phones as well. There's so many fabulous opportunities with Planet Cruise. They know exactly what they're doing, a brand that's been going for many years, bringing us the best packages, bringing us the best flexibility as well, so you can really make everything bespoke to you, and you always seem to be a step ahead of everybody else, as you can see there with that pre-registering. But we need to move on. It's Holland American Line. We are so excited about this. It's brand new, and it's an exclusive package. This is a really different package, but we're going to Alaska. Yeah, you're getting 7 days on a fantastic coach tour, and then 7 days on a wonderful cruise line. This is Holland America. Planet Cruise have put these two together. Perfect. And yeah, they've covered all bases. I would, I'd love this. My mum would love. My dad would have adored this. It's amazing. You can order your brochure, so if you want to have a little flick through, it's stunning, and you can see all the details there. Request your copy. You can do that, of course, online, and wait till you see the most amazing itineraries, the most beautiful scenery. You will have the opportunity to see things you'd think you'd never see, things you've probably dreamt of seeing. Or, you know, this, I would have loved to have taken my dad here. He would have found it amazing. Do you know, again, we were talking about the fjords earlier on, but if you've ever been to this part of the world, I was actually going to say John Paul, who actually was taking me through all of these wonderful train journeys and coach rides. This is the chap that's actually travelled there. This is the guy that actually works for Planet Cruise. Oh, right. You're going to meet some of the team. This is the brochure that you will be receiving. So when you get this, read up. These people know. Chris is in there as well, another person who's been on this sofa and has been cruising for years. So it's definitely worth getting there. That's the wonderful thing. But let's see where we're starting. It's very much 2 holidays in one. So we're going to start off with the coach trip. First of all, we used to always do coach trips, and we really enjoyed them. On a coach, you just see so much more than when you're driving. But the only thing, coaches, are you thinking, oh, you're going to have to put your luggage on and off? No, it's all done for you, and that's the great thing. All of these stops that you make, you're checked into your hotel. It's just fantastic. Calgary is a great place as well. Well, we get a night stay there, don't we? You get a night in Calgary and Banff as well. You actually get to meet all of the people at breakfast before you get onto the coach, and that's the great thing. That then, of course, you know, you start up conversation. Oh, where are you from? Oh, we're from there as well. Oh, we've been there. It's just great to meet people. You'll start to see the Rocky Mountains as you head out on the road. And if you've ever fancied, you know, that sort of Route 66 where you just want to get an old American muscle car and drive across America, well, look at Alaska. That's even bigger and better. Now you've got the famous hotel at Banff as well. You've got so much to do in that first day. And, of course, you'll get to see the Bow Falls and Tunnel Mountain as well, which are 2 must-dos. Then you're on to day 3, and this is just, again, another experience to see those Rocky Mountains in a little bit more detail. This is Canmore to Banff. and you get, again, another overnight. There's an optional 4-day tour. You can go out to the Colombian ice field as well, so you can actually get out there on the ice. And, you know, we say about the fjords and some of the glaciers out there, this is just even bigger and better. There's the Athabasca glacier as well, and the world-famous Three Sisters Mountains as well. Now, you get overnight in Canmore there, and then a continental breakfast before you set up on your next day, and this is Canmore to Kamloops. Now, again, you're actually driving today on the famed Trans-Canadian Highway, and this is a route that was charted by the railroad engineers and all the traders during the mid-1800s. Remember, this is the country for gold rush. And all the furs that used to come out of there. You've got fantastic national parks there as well, so you've got all the ice fields, the deep canyons, the forest, the glacier-fed streams as well, and you never know, you might see a bear or two.
Oh, I mean, this is the thing. You're in this amazing countryside, and you have got the opportunities to see the most incredible wild animals. The colours are out of this world. This is scenery you just dream about.
Yep. Well, it gets even better because from there you go on your coach tour from Whistler to Vancouver, and this is just, again, another opportunity. You get another night's stay in a hotel. You get to see the spectacular sea-to-sky views. It's such a dramatic landscape. I mean, you can see there, you know, the mountains behind the skyscrapers. And that's, you know, that gives you some sort of idea of the perspective.
Oh, look at that.
You've got Stanley Park, you've got Prospect Point, you've got English Bay as well, historic Gastown, Chinatown. There's just so much. It's like a real melting point. Then you come to the last day of the coach tour.
So this is day 7.
This is day 7, yeah. So this is your last day on the coach before you actually embark the cruise itself. And of course, it's Holland, America. This is the Nieuw Amerstedam. A wonderful ship. All of their ships are actually themed. One of them's got a musical theme. They've actually got the saxophone that Bill Clinton played. And then you've got another one which is a celebration of the Dutch explorers as well. All of their ships are fantastically modern. The thermal spa there, see, here's a little inside information. Some of these ships, they're basically like a platform that are built for the cruise line, but all of them share the same dimensions. P&O, one of their ships that was built, was the same platform as this, so I know the ship inside out. The thermal spa.
Right.
Oh, you will absolutely love it. It's amazing. I mean, the food is fantastic. Holland, America, again, I think food, drink and service is something that you'll always get. But this is a little bit more special than your everyday cruising. As comparable, I would have probably said about 5-star. So that gives you some sort of an idea, so you really can enjoy in the surroundings there. But it's where you're going again, and the ship is going to be your destination. All those wonderful shows. We were talking about the shows earlier on, you know. You do miss it, you know. Fancy going down to the West End? Oh, you got to go down there, stay overnight. You just have to walk down to the theatre, walk back out and there's a bar there, walk back to your cabin. It's great.
That is the fabulous thing. That's what we absolutely loved. It's just a few steps for dinner.
Can I point out as well, some of these shows, we just saw some of the footage there, a lot of these people that are on cruise ships, as you well know, dancing and singing, they're sort of, it's up and coming. I actually cruised with one of the guys that's in the West End with Elf. Ben Forster. So, you know,
there's some amazing talent.
And you see great cabaret acts as well.
The singer was incredible. Right, we do need to see where we're going now on our second half of the holiday. Now, first of all, we're cruising the Inside Passage. That's meant to be amazing.
Yeah, this is great opportunity to see some of the scenery from the ship. And again, we've got lots of ports here. Juneau is one of the best places for whale watching. You've got Skagway, you've got Ketchikan as well. One thing that all of these have got in common is the glaciers, but you have got to take a look at the actual glaciers that are there. Some of these glaciers are 10 stories high, 26 miles long, and if you get a chance to see some of these ice fields, just take a look at this now where you can see all the ice, and then the glacier.
Oh, wow.
The ship is perfectly safe, by the way. It's just before you start thinking of Titanic. When you get close to here, if you're lucky enough to hear that cracking and then see 10 stories of ice just slide into the ocean. As we said about Juneau, yeah, just take a look. If you get, it's never guaranteed, but this is one of the best places to see whales.
It's so exciting. This was one of the first cruises my partner did, and just absolutely, it sounded amazing. You got such an opportunity. The scenery is incredible. There's so many opportunities to see wildlife that we would never normally see. That's fabulous.
One thing that's definitely worth doing, you can go dog sledding in Skagway as well. So you can go out and you can see the mushers. They're actually professional mushers, so they get the dogs going and whoosh, mush, and then take you on a little bit of a journey. But again, you know, beautiful scenery that you can see there. You've got Glacier Bay as well, which is another day, which is just a bit like the Inside Passage, where you get to see the ice fields. If you're lucky enough, I know on the P&O ships, they used to actually fish some of the ice up onto the promenade deck, and by lunchtime, it'd still be there. It was unbelievable. You think, oh, ice, it just melt. No, this is big chunks of ice. And Ketchikan, as I said, this is one of the best places to see some of the waterfalls.
Also, you were saying this earlier.
Yeah, the industries that you've got here. This was the gateway in the passage that all of the explorers would have gone through. So all of the gold rush and all of the sort of frontier history is just fantastic. I love these buildings. They're just fantastic.
I mean, it's very much like film sets, isn't it? You can't believe that is really real. You can't believe the scenery is really there.
Like
the
Twilight,
colours,
isn't it? Don't. No werewolves there.
Then you are cruising back through the Inside Passage again to see those amazing, beautiful places, heading you back to Vancouver, and then it is your chance or your time to come home. But what a fabulous trip you've had. I mean, we always do sort of a full page, what's included.
There's so much.
Will it fit on a full page?
Yeah.
Because you have got so much. It's a brand new package. It's an exclusive package that's been put together by Planet. It's deposit only. You can actually upgrade to an ocean view for just £7 per person per night. You've got great dates from May till September, so multiple dates to actually choose from. And the most beautiful itinerary, and this is not just the cruise, we've got the coach trip as well.
I was going to say, you just got to look at this. It's 2 holidays in one. You've got the coach holiday where everything is done for you, and then you've got a fantastic cruise, and I never got a chance to go up into Alaska. This is an opportunity, and this is Alaskan season as well.
Perfect.
So you know, if you are looking, if you've been up there before and you know the prices, then take a look at the Planet Cruise prices.
Now, jot down the ID number for this. It's 103600. It is going to, I think that's going to be so popular. What a beautiful combination. If you haven't done a coach trip before, honestly, they are incredible because you're so much higher than being in the car. You can see so much from a coach, but mixing that with that luxury cruise is amazing.
And don't forget, a coach can just stop. So if they do actually see wildlife like a bear or anything like that, they will stop, they'll have a look.
It's just going to be the most amazing opportunity. All I wrote for this, I put, wow, what an absolutely beautiful deal. So don't miss out on that one, but we need to move on. And we need to move on to Princess, that, you know, is very, very close to my heart. This is the Royal Princess, and this is another fabulous, it's a 7-night, and this is a nice Barcelona to Rome trip. A really great price on this, and again, this is another offer ends on the 31st of August. So if you fancy this one, it's one to grab, and it's got some really good dates, so peak summer, really.
Yeah, I mean, she's a fantastic ship. She was actually launched by Kate Middleton, and the ports that you go into, fantastic highlights. You've got Italy, Florence and Pisa, and of course you've got Rome to look forward to at the end.
So much to see, but let's get on board and see where we'll be seeing these fabulous places from.
Christened by Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Cambridge in June 2013, Princess Cruises Royal Princess is a multi-award-winning addition to an already stunning fleet. USA Today has hailed the Royal Princess as one of the best cruise ships for foodies. You can dine at a set time with the same people or any time with anyone. Old favourites such as the succulent steaks at the Crown Grill and the hearty Italian fare of Sabatini's sit alongside new additions like the wonderful waffles of Gelato or the sushi and oysters of the Ocean Terrace. One of the unique features of all Princess Cruises ships is that they feature a grand atrium based on an Italian town piazza. It's a great place to read a book with a coffee or to meet up and socialise with fellow guests. But best of all, every now and then you'll be treated to some fantastic street performances that are guaranteed to put a smile on your face. Royal Princess features a glass-bottomed enclosed walkway. It offers incredible views of the ocean by day and lights up for romantic strolls by night. On the opposite side, there's a matching over-the-water bar where you simply must try a sail-away sunset cocktail because the views over there are guaranteed to take your breath away. The high-definition outdoor cinema called Movies Under the Stars that Princess Cruises is famous for introducing is twice as big on Royal Princess, but even more impressive is the water and light show. In the evening, the top deck pools transform into a dazzling interactive sound and light show, accompanied by dancing fountains that shoot water up to 33 feet into the night sky. There are 5 luxurious grades of stateroom to choose from, but what's really impressive on board Royal Princess is that even interior staterooms feature queen-size beds with 100% Egyptian cotton sheets, 37-inch flat-screen TVs and powerful massage shower heads. Plus, it's worth noting that all outside cabins on Royal Princess have balconies. The award-winning Lotus Spa offers all sorts of treats, and the theatre, in keeping with the rest of the ship, is Princess Cruises' biggest yet. What's really special though is Princess Live. Another cruise first is a dedicated TV studio presenting broadcast-ready events, including interactive culinary shows, live concerts, late-night comedy, game shows, and you can be part of the studio audience.
Now, we mentioned earlier top agents for so many people, Planet Cruise, and Planet Cruise are top agents.
Yeah, and that was our Chris as well, who's in the magazine.
From Planet Cruise, who was also in the cruising industry, so,
exactly.
which is fabulous. Love these ships. We've seen on board a little bit. Let's have a look at where we're going, because we're starting, first of all, in Barcelona, a place I will never bore of going to. The most amazing place. Upstairs, Sam's saying my favourite city. It's a fabulous place. We're starting there. We're getting on board there.
Yeah, that's your embarkation port, so you will get to see some of the actual port itself. Great for its shopping and great for its architecture.
And if you want to stop before, I'm sure Planet Cruise will sort that out. If you
I was going to say, have a couple of days and then you could have a little bit of a ramble up the Ramblers. See all the entertainers there.
Absolutely. So we start there, and where are we sailing to? We're
going to be going to Marseille in France. Of course, this is a big maritime port, so you'll actually see some of the naval ships of France's arsenal actually in the port itself. Lovely little place as well. It's one of those places you can just get lost and have a little bit of a wander around the old town. Of course, you've got some fantastic dining and great shopping experience as well. Then you're going to be going to Genoa in Italy, again from the French side to the Italian side, and this is, of course, great for its cake. You've got to have a little bit of cake there. But again, this is where you start to experience the wonderful coastlines and those fantastic pastel colours. I mean, look at that. The actual water looks like the Caribbean, but this is Italy. So it's absolutely stunning. Then you're going to be going into one of the highlights of this itinerary, Florence and Pisa, and Planet Cruise actually has a specific tour that you can book. So please do ask the cruise agents about the tour, where you can do both of them in the same day. So you can go and see the fantastic works of Michelangelo, of course. You'll be able to see the Ponte Vecchio Bridge, and of course the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
That's great.
Take a photograph holding it up. Just to the right-hand side of there's some lovely market stalls, some great little trinkets, and there's a lovely couple of bars and restaurants. So you can actually sit there just in the shadows of the Leaning Tower. So it's absolutely fantastic there. And like Florence, you can go and see, you saw David earlier on. That's just one of the Davids that's there. I expect that there's probably more Daves as well, but the famous David. There's several different versions, and you will see him about. Here he is. He's popping up again. There he is.
Our David.
I know. Anyway, Florence and Pisa, a real highlight there. Then you're going to be going into Tunis and then Palmero. Now, this is fantastic. Another fantastic Italian town. Cultural feast. You've got East meets West. You've got Arabic and Norman history there. Fantastic mountains that you can see. And again, beautiful blue oceans. So if you do like a little bit of beach, then you can. I'd just be flip-flops wandering around town. You'll find some fantastic little shops with some great trinkets to bring back. And then another big highlight, this is what it's building up to, your final port. They've saved the best till last. It is Rome. Now, you're actually going to be docking in a place called Civitavecchia. Yes. And then it's a transfer. Now, the crew, we used to do it on the railway. If you're feeling adventurous, you can get a ticket and get on the train into Rome. If you want to go and have it done for you, you can go on a coach tour. But Rome, of course, you've got the Vatican City, you've got that fantastic Colosseum as well. And then also on top of that, Trevi Fountain. There's something like €3,000 a day that goes in there, and it all goes to charity as well.
Fabulous.
So go and toss a coin in there.
It's an incredible place. I would definitely say, if you can stay on there, stay there for a couple of days, because Rome is just amazing. And of course, Planet Cruise can sort that out for you. They're great at tailor-making your cruise. I mean, beautiful ship, only launched August 2012 and named by Kate Middleton. Yeah, she was launched by Kate Middleton. Of course, this is peak summer dates as well. Remember, you've got to get this before the 31st of August as well, because this is part of the free flights campaign. Now, it's free flights and some great airports as well, because we've got the favourites, we've got the Manchester, we've got the Glasgow, we've got the Edinburgh, but it is only available now, like you say, till the 31st of August. Yeah, so book it now. Oh, look at that. It's the bank
bank holiday weekend. You know, we've got 3 cruises now that are all ending this weekend. So, you know, sit down, have a look at the website, pick up the phone and speak to the guys in the office. Well, you might speak to Glenn, you might speak to Chris. Ask them where the best places are, ask them where they'd recommend, and get it booked before you miss out.
Deposit only, check out all the dates and all your prices. Of course, you have got free flights, and then you've got money off the regular brochure price as well. So you really have got so much for your money. All you need there is the ID number, and of course you can see it there, 95449. So no, 95449. So that's your number there, £979 per person. So please do not miss out on that. Have a look at the prices, because you really have got some exceptional deals. So really, please make sure you don't miss out on any of those. And those free flights are included, but only now until the 31st of August. And that's a really a nice week away. Princess Cruises, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ships. But we like to save something good, don't we, till the end? Oh, my word. We have got Dubai, we've got Indonesia, Australia, all on the Royal Caribbean, the legend of the seas. This looks amazing. It's 27 nights, top agent as well for Royal Caribbean for a start.
And do you know what you've got to think about? The first thing, how much would the flights alone cost to these destinations?
Absolutely.
So
now that they've checked it out upstairs, Sam's going £1,200 that time of year. I've already looked.
£1,200
just for the flights.
Just to Sydney. But you've got Dubai, you've got Sydney, you've got Indonesia, and you've got a fantastic cruise ship.
It's so exciting. It's something to look forward to. It's the 3rd of April 2017, so you can really save up for this. This is the way to do it. We're going to fly, this is fabulous, to Dubai first of all, and here we're going to get a 2-night stay. This is everything you could dream of.
Yeah, well, take a look at this. It is just amazing. This part of the world is just... It's that juxtaposition. You think of the desert, but then you think of that oasis in the centre. You've got so much culture there that you'll be able to see. Of course, the desert safaris as well, all the traditions that you'll be able to see. But it's the city that is just really come from nowhere. And the great thing about it is some of the buildings. Look at that famous hotel, of course, the Burj Al Arab's private island. You've also got indoor skiing and snowboarding. It's just the land of excess, the land of luxury. You'll see a Rolls-Royce every 5 minutes, and some of the shopping malls are just amazing. In fact, the Mall of the Emirates is probably one of the best places to go, in the Dubai Mall. There's also the Gold Souk as well, and it's just an eye-opener to go in there. If you do like indulging a little bit of tax and duty-free on your jewellery, then please do that. But it's the sights that you're going to see. Burj Khalifa as well, highest building in the world, 825 metres high. It's the symbol of wealth and business in Dubai, and definitely one of the reasons why you want to go on this particular cruise.
This is amazing. So we've got
this is just the beginning.
This is just the start. 2-night stay in Dubai. You've got a safari tour included in that 2-night stay as well. And then, this is just going to be this is the start of what is going to be, I would say, one of the best holidays ever. Because now, after your 2 nights and your desert safari tour, we're going to fly you out to Brisbane from Dubai.
Yeah.
And we're overnighting there for 2 nights in another 4-star hotel.
What a clash. What a fantastic combination.
What
like sweet and sour. You've got Dubai, and bearing in mind, obviously, Dubai, it's quite a dry, apart from I say no alcohol. You go to Brisbane, this is one of the biggest places, because, of course, this is where Castlemaine 4X comes from. Other brands are available. But, it is a massive thing in Brisbane, because you've got the brewery and ale house there. So this is, all the legacy. You've also got the fantastic zoo of Steve Irwin as well. Cuddle a koala. Hey?
Oh, I don't want to bring one home.
And you can't say kangaroo without sounding Australian.
That one's very tired.
Wake up.
Oh,
wake up.
I'm really tired. I mean, this is just going to be a fabulous places. Lots of us have dreamed about going to. Could never afford to. We're able to do all of them very much at once, and we're going to now, after we've had a 2-night stay in Dubai, we've had a safari, we've had a 2-night stay in Brisbane, we've already had part of a holiday here, we're now going to get on board the Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean ships are leading when it comes to the cruise line industry. They're innovators, of course. You know, for years now, this is their signature: the rock climbing, the golf on top of the top deck there. You can see there, if you fancy a little bit of putting, great for families and great for kids. The amount of people that I've had recently said, we haven't thought of cruising, but now we've got so-and-so, they're like, as in their child or the little ones, they're like, we want to take them on a cruise because it's so much fun. The cuisine's fantastic as well. It's just non-stop entertainment. It's very much a case that the actual ship is the venue, because, you know, in the atrium, all of a sudden you'll have people falling from the ceiling on silks and performing a fantastic acrobatic show. So, you know, it really is that experience that you... I mean, it's just fantastic. Some of these people, again,
amazing.
Just what they
can't believe
can do.
It's on board a cruise ship. It's absolutely magical and suitable for all ages as well. Yeah,
great, but great for families. If you're going on a cruise with a family, this is going to be the one. But the itinerary for me, like we said, Dubai, then into Brisbane. We've still got the rest of Australia, and then we've still got Indonesia, ending in Hong Kong.
And you see, in all these places, it works out under £93 per person per night.
£93. So what would you spend if you wanted to stay in a hotel in a major city, whether that's Manchester or that's London?
I've been trying to book for London for my partner's birthday, for a nice hotel. Crazy. Yeah. £300, £400, £500 just for the hotel. No breakfast.
Take him on another cruise.
We need to see where we're going, because we've still got loads of places to go.
Right, so we start in Brisbane. Of course, you've got your 2 days there. Then a relaxing day at sea before you go into Arley Beach. Now, this is Barrier Reef country.
Oh,
of course, Whitsunday Islands as well. So you get to see all of that beautiful landscape. I don't know whether it's Wineglass Bay. I'm not too sure whether that's in that neck of the woods as well. You can go on a river and crocodile mangrove cruise as well.
My heart's there
reef.
for you.
Do you realise the Great Barrier Reef is half the size of Texas? That gives you some sort of an idea.
Wow.
600 continental islands around there, 300 coral keys. It's just absolutely amazing. You've got a coffee plantation as well that you can do in Arley Beach, but then you're going to be going on to Cairns. Now, again, this is still great for your Great Barrier Reef, but this is rainforest country, so you can go to see the West Tropics. You've got the Rainforest Cableway as well, the Sky Rail. So you literally go up into the rainforest, and it's very much like a little cable car, and you can get off on these massive sort of tree houses that are up in the canopy.
Right.
You've got Aboriginal parks there as well, Yorkness Knob as well, which is another popular place to go. So fantastic visiting into Cairns. Then you've got 2 days at sea. Of course, make the most of the ship.
Oh,
and
it's
then
perfect.
To Darwin.
Oh,
of course,
wow.
This was actually named after Darwin because, of course, the ship that went in there was the Beagle, and that was one of the famous journeys, so they decided to name it after Charles Darwin. You've got the Territory Wildlife Park, so you can go and see a kangaroo.
Look at the baby.
Ah, yeah, in his pouch. Hey?
They feed in there, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah, they drink their milk in there. Yeah, I learnt that the other day.
I tell you what, if you get a chance to see some of the bats in Australia, I know you got not going to Sydney, but I was actually cruising in Sydney, and the bats, I kid you not, they were hanging down from the trees, and they're like 2-3 feet.
Gosh.
Massive.
Again, amazing wildlife, a chance to see so much in Australia. But we're leaving Australia now. We've got a couple of fabulous relaxing days at sea to enjoy that amazing ship.
Yep.
And where are we heading to?
Well, if you think Australia's great for beaches, take a look at this. This is Bali. And again,
Paradise.
It's completely different. Where Australia's you know, surfing, drinking, it's really vibrant. This is just relaxing. This is spiritual, this is tranquility. You've got a lot of temples, actually, in Bali and Benoa. You've got some fantastic monasteries as well, and you've got the Ubud monkey sanctuary as well.
Oh,
so if you love your wildlife, you get to, I mean, just look at that. It's like picture postcards.
It is.
It's just beautiful. Here's some of the temples as well that you get to see. You know, it's just one of those idyllic stays.
A magical mixture, isn't it, of so
many.
Mouthful. It was a mouthful, but I managed to get a magical mixture out, but it is.
Oh, there's the monkeys.
There's us. There's a family.
What are you trying to say? Which one am I? Am I the one on the end with the big tail?
I'm the one that's really not looking. I'm not looking. I mean, how just amazing. You're going to adore it there, but you've got 3 fabulous days at sea to enjoy the ship, to go to Malaysia.
Yeah, and of course this is where you go into Kota. You've got the fantastic history. Look at this though.
No shame.
Yeah, and take a look at this. This looks like me and you
coming
back after a night out. Look, am I holding you up or are you holding me up?
I think I'm definitely holding you up. Oh, these are, oh, how wonderful.
On a serious note though, of course this is Borneo, so you get to see all the elephants, you get to see all of the orangutans as well. And remember, this is, you know, culture that we've got to protect.
I want to go even more now.
Yeah.
This is allowing me to do the safari with this as well. That's great.
There's some fantastic mountains here, and of course you've got Signal Hill and the Aitchison Clock Tower as well. There's a lot of Second World War history, so if you do like your history, then you'll be able to go out there. Then you've got Porto Princesa, which is quite a new destination on the cruise map. This is beautiful. Now take a look at this. Okay, this is where you're going to do your snorkeling, this is where you do your water sports, and this underground river, you'll actually go into a series of cave networks in these little canoes, and you'll see all the stalagmites. You've got fantastic tropical life there as well, absolutely fantastic. But then, the complete contrast from a small port where it's all about beaches to Manila. I've just got to say, working on cruise ships for 6 years, there's a lot of Filipino staff, and this is their only chance of the year to actually get to see. But you've got to remember that it's such an income, the cruise trade for Filipino and Indian staff. When you go in and out of these ports, the sailorways are just phenomenal.
Oh,
and just please, I know it's your holiday, give your cabin steward the day off. Just say, don't worry, go and see it, because they will appreciate it so much. Anyway, fantastic sights to see in Manila. You've got to go on one of the famous bus tours. There's these crazy buses, so colourful. You can get one at some of the little tuk-tuks as well. You can also go to see the Coconut Palace, a mother-of-pearl room as well. It's just fantastic. Then from Manila, you've got a relaxing day at sea. And then into Hong Kong.
This is amazing. I've got a friend in Hong Kong. I'm going to see her for 2 nights now, though you're stopping in a hotel for 2 nights.
Do you know what? Hong Kong, it's the city, you say that New York, the city that never sleeps, but the fireworks display and the light shows that happen daily. Yeah. And this is the great thing. About 8 o'clock at night, I think it should be about 8 o'clock at night, you will see the amazing shows. Go up and see some of the shopping districts. All I'm going to say is, if you are tempted to splash the cash, leave your credit card on board the ship, because some of the shops are just amazing. And some of the views as well. This is a completely different culture. But Hong Kong, the fireworks displays and the light displays every night, it is one of those cities that is just amazing.
It looks absolutely out of this world. It's a real, oh my word, you've seen so much. We started in Dubai, we've been to Brisbane, both of those you've got hotel stays. Then we got on board and see what's included. You've got all those fabulous places, Dubai, Australia, Indonesia, all included in this deal, with the hotels included in this deal. Look at, of course, your popular UK airports. You may be able to fly from a local airport. These flights at the moment are from London, but of course Planet Cruise will check all of that out for you. Write down this ID number, 103781. Jump onto the phone, jot down the phone number 0800 781 5458, or check everything out on the website. But can I just say, do jump onto the phones. They are so helpful. All they want to do is to get that perfect holiday for you, to make it bespoke. That was amazing. 27 incredible nights. You wouldn't get a flight to one of, you'd struggle to get to one place for that price. Incredible, incredible deal. Let's have a look, though, at everything that we've looked at, because it has been a fabulous hour. We started off with cruise and maritime. Now, this was the Fjords. This was an amazing deal at $499. It works out under £72 per person per night. It's a new ship to the fleet. This offer ends the 31st of August. It's stunning. It's under £500 in August. You've got a great single price with that as well, and so much off that brochure price. It always sells really, really well, so don't miss out on that. Remember, book it before the 31st of August. Better than half-price deal. We then had the Emerald Waterways. If you fancy something different, river cruising, so popular now, and Planet do it so, so well. The Emerald Sun, this offer ends on the 31st of August with the free drinks package included. It's 7 nights. You've got 3 nights on board overnighting as well, which is wonderful. It's all inclusive. It's the Danube, which is an absolute favourite. Huge savings, deposit only, and that free upgrade to that drinks package, but that does finish on the 31st of August. Previous bestseller, you do love the Danube, so don't miss out on that. And great flights as well from Birmingham, Manchester, Glasgow, Edinburgh, deposit only. We then looked at Holland, America. This was our third cruise. It was a brand new. This was a brilliant mixture, coach tour, and you've got the cruise. Canadian Rockies coach tour, and then Alaska on your cruise. It's going to be out of this world. You're going to see things you've never seen before, or perhaps you never thought you would see. Professional tour guide on the coach, and then you get on board that fabulous ship. So many people loving Alaska at the minute, and I just think this is the perfect package. You can upgrade as well from inside to ocean view for under £7 per person per night, so always check that out, and deposit only as well. And then we had Princess Cruises. Top agent for Princess Cruises, Our Planet, and this is with the Royal Princess. This was a 7-night, it's peak summer, deposit only, Barcelona to Rome. It's a free flights promotion that ends on the 31st of August, so you do need to book that now, and you can upgrade from inside to a balcony for only £220 per person, and it is deposit only as well. And then we finish with the big one. Top agents for Royal Caribbean. This is Royal Caribbean, 27 nights, Legend of the Seas. This is an unbelievable package. Dubai, Australia, Indonesia. Think of the price of just the flights to those places. It works out under £93 per person per night. You've got 2 nights in Dubai in a hotel. You've got 2 nights in Brisbane in a hotel. You've got 2 nights in Hong Kong in a hotel, plus your cruise. And again, it's such an incredible deal, and so easy and affordable to upgrade from an inside to ocean view. £5.50 per person per night in such stunning ports, and it has been an absolute bestseller since it started, so it'll be very much as long as those cabins last. Don't forget, we did have a hot pick. That was amazing, the hot pick, and that hot pick allowed you to go over to New York. Now, there's lots of options with this. $599 will just sail you over to New York on Cunard. I mean, Queen Mary too. What more could you want? But you can add on extra stays as well. And of course, don't forget, so many reasons to book all of these through Planet Cruise. They really are. They're unbiased. They deal with all different cruise ships. They're going to give you the best advice for the cruise that's right for you, whoever that may be. They'll talk to you and discuss everything that's right, and you have got very much the guaranteed best prices, haven't we? You can as well go face-to-face now.
Yes,
but we've just found that out. What a fabulous hour, Justin. Get on the phones. Do not miss out on these.